Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Dota 2 Beginners Tutorial. And today we'll be talking about laning guide. So basically, I think every player knows that Dota is divided into three lanes. The uh, top for Radiant will be in this direction. You can see the arrow from the mini map, and similar for Dire top and bottom for Dire and bottom for Radiant and mid for Radiant. Similarly, mid for Dire. So, um, the heroes I'm going to talk about are not the only ones that is capable of doing these lanes. Some hero can do multiple lanes, such as Lestruck. He can be mid, he can be carry. He can also be an off lane. He can also be a support. He's very durable. And so I'll start by talking about mid. So the concept of going mid is, first of all, you'll get the highest level because you're going in solo unless you have a few supports like Earthshaker here. Unless you have Earthshaker always covering your back. I'll just let it move. So you are going to um, some some heroes like Shadowfin, this black fellow here. Uh, you need to wait for it to grow level 8 before you gank, because that's when your race and your souls are full. Um, some mid heroes will be like Storm Spirit. Have this fella here. Now Storm Spirit is a pretty strong mid hero. He can gank at level 6 just because of his ult. So this is basically like a mid hero, mid lane. And what about mid lane is some players will use mid to farm, just like what I do. Just imagine that I'm level 8. Oh, I can do this. Okay, so I'm now level 10. I'm now level 10 and I'm still at mid. This is a very, very wrong play by any mid player. You should always gank when you hit level. Depends on your hero. You should, but all mid heroes can gank after level 8. Ganking means that you need to go top. If enemy heroes here, you just gank them. Just help your team out more. And for heroes like Lestruck, they can gank at level 6. Yeah, that's practically it. So now I'll be going off to safe lane. Safe lane is called safe because just look at the creeps. Just look at the creeps. The distance between the creeps and the Radiant Tower is much nearer. You see, the creeps are always further more than the Dire Tower at bottom lane. Therefore, this is a safe lane for Radiant team because you can always, if anything happens, you can just go near to your tower, or you can just save yourself, do something about it, and and furthermore, the supports here will be able to pull creeps. Pull creeps is one of a technique. I'll show you. It's one of the techniques that enables your lane to always be around the tower. Your lane will always be at the tower if you have a very strong support that really knows how to pull. Yeah, I failed that. Yeah. So as you can see, only one creep passed. So that creep is definitely gonna die, and I'll get to farm as a carry. under uh, under protection of my first tower. And now supports 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 are basically divided into two groups. To me, uh, first group will be the aggressive supports like Earthshaker. Oh, where's my Earthshaker? Earthshaker, Witch Doctor, no, 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 Doctor, and what else? I'll just give a few examples. Why are these aggressive supports? Because they have stun and they have very, very painful skills, whereas uh, those hard supports, they should, which will always like cover your carries, die for them just to get your carry into safe spot and heal your carry, or even help your carry pull creeps. These are called hard supports. And aggressive supports. You It's all basically up to you how you play your hero. Like Earthshaker, it doesn't mean that you need to be super aggressive. You can be the one pulling the camps. You can be the one helping your carry farm and all those things. Or for aggressive supports, you can come top with offlaners and go as an aggressive tri lane. Now, what is a tri lane? Like, so let's pretend that we only have 5 heroes. Let me move the other heroes back to the base. Move all them back to the base. Tri lane. Oh, okay. Just imagine that only Phantom Lancer is on bottom lane. So this will be a tri lane. 3 top, 1 mid, 1 bot. This is aggressive bot. This is aggressive tri lane, where your offlaners will constantly irritate the enemy carry hero, making him unable to farm and create more space for your carry for him to be able to farm. Now, aggressive tri lanes are really, really hard to play. You need to position yourself very good. You need to have a certain amount of stuns. So, yeah, that's basically it. And supports should also I don't think I should mention this now. I should mention it in a different video, but support should roam more, just so that you can create space some more for the also for your team. This is the same concept. So I need to talk about jungle. Yeah, jungle. Now, jungle heroes are also divided into two. One is jungle carry. Lycan is one of an example. Life Stealer and Legion Commander are also examples. Or you can go support. Forest. Enigma is one of them. Crystal Maiden is also one of the heroes that can go forests. It requires a bit of skill. I'll talk about it in hero tutorials, not now. So that's basically it. So yeah, I think there are about 4 or 5 kinds of laning strategies. You can go 2 hero top, 1 hero mid, 2 hero bottom, or you can go 3 hero bottom. One will just jungle, one will pull the camps, and the safe and the carry will farm, or the jungle hero will just go and harass the enemy off lane. One top off lane, he'll need to try and stick more to the towers, because as you can see, the creeps will always gather here if the enemy pull the camp. So if the creeps are here, I'll need to stand here in order to farm. But look, at this region. They can come from here behind and just gank me, or they can just go from here and kill me something. So offlaners, I did do a warding guide, but that ward can always be dewarded by just simply putting a sentry ward. So it's risky always. So supports should always carry a TP to always back up your off lane or even your carry if you're running aggressive tri lane. And mid heroes should always gank. So this is basically it for laning. For the laning guys for beginners. I hope you enjoy. I hope I helped. Yep, that's basically it. And the next episode, I think it will be about roles. What are carries? What are carries? What are supports? What are tankers? Yeah, that's basically it. Have a nice day. Bye.